Hi, this is Jen from Concrete and Coffee, and I am doing my first ever question and answer vlog. My question today comes from Kristen, who wants to know how she can continue her training routine without her trainer. She enjoyed having her trainer, but that person left the gym, no longer works there, and she wants to still be able to work out without necessarily having to pay for a new personal training package. For the most part, good trainers, and I emphasize good trainers, will follow a pattern of progression to increase your strength, to increase your stamina, endurance. And for me personally, as well as what I do for most of my clients, it's sort of like a 3 weeks on, 1 week off sort of thing. The same theory applies to a lot of running programs too. And so you build up a little bit for 3 weeks, and you take a little bit of a cutback week. What that means for lifting is, for most people, unless you want to be a power lifter, you want to keep your exercises within the 10 to 20 rep range. So if you're doing push-ups, if you're doing bicep curls, if you're doing squats on the bar with any extra weight, whatever you can do safely with good form within 10 to 20 reps is where you want to stay at. So that, let's say you're doing 10 reps of a certain exercise, that 10th rep should feel the hardest. You should still be able to do it correctly, but then you can't do an 11th rep. And that's a good way to know that you're at the right weight for right now. And then when you start to get up toward, let's use push-ups as an example. You do 10 push-ups, you're fine. You do 15, easy enough. You can go all the way up to 20. Then it's time to consider changing up your chest exercise, maybe doing a chest press on the bench with the bar and adding some weight and seeing how much you can handle there. If you can't quite make it up to 8 reps, then you're a little too heavy. And again, if you could easily do 15 to 20 or more, then you're a little too light and you want to try to add a little weight in. And then over the course of 3 weeks, you can experiment with that weight, try to add a little bit more and try to build up. And then every 4th week or so, just back it off a little bit. Let yourself sort of even out and have a week where you're not stressing every muscle group to the max. Just give your body a chance time to recover and get used to the fitness gains that you've experienced. So that's the first part of training on your own. The second part is just mixing up your routine. So, the 10 major muscle groups that you always want to make sure you hit are the chest, back, shoulders, biceps and triceps. It's the top 5. Bottom 5 are the core, glutes, quads, hamstrings, and calf. You could do an individual exercise for each muscle group, but most people like to combine movements. I really enjoy doing squats and lunges with dumbbells so that I can do bicep curls and overhead presses at the same time. Cable machines are great too because you can change your body position to work a different muscle group and alternate back and forth between the two to save time between sets. So you could do flies, or you can do a press on the cable machine facing away. Then you can turn to face toward the machine and pull down on the cables to do a lat pull down. You're working the chest and the back at the same time without wasting time taking breaks, and it kind of helps elevate the heart rate too to get a little bit more work in. So those are my 2 things that I encourage people to focus on when it comes to training on your own. Take advantage of classes too. That's a fun way to mix up the routine and not necessarily have to do everything all by yourself. So keep at it. Don't let not having a trainer discourage you. We're here for a reason. We want to make everyone fit and healthy, but most importantly, if you get to the point with a trainer that you're comfortable to go on your own, then that trainer has been successful. So capitalize on that and just keep going with it. So I hope this helps, hope this answers your question and anyone else who's kind of wondering the same thing. And don't forget to go to my Facebook page and post other questions to my wall for me to answer next week. Have a great afternoon. This is Jen from Concrete and Coffee.